Hey everyone, today we discuss a murder accused guy sounds like a joke. If sued, the newspaper will face consequences. So, old Ray started investigating a series of deaths, trying to find the truth. Turns out, Lucy's brother was actually a lifeguard when he met his watery demise. That day, the waves were massive, and when he saw someone in trouble, he jumped in to save them only to find fate had other plans. The drowning victim, the key witness, never showed up, so Lucy's brother had to be honored as a heroic casualty. As for Lucy's parents, they ate some toxic a common wild mushroom resembling shiitake. Neighbors ate it yearly without issue, but this time, they got poisoned. Logically, they shouldn't have been poisoned to death and paralysis, but back then, no autopsy was performed. Talk about a bizarre situation. Now both involved have died, leaving it unsolved. The killer of Lucy's brother only intersected with Klaus, which isn't exactly evidence. All these tragedies seemed disconnected from Klaus. Old Ray just wanted to spin a yarn. But Lucy wasn't just unlucky 4 family members gone in 10 years. That probability sounds fishy. So old Ray made up his mind and went to visit Klaus, showing him Lucy's findings. To his surprise, Klaus just smiled. "I love gambling. If someone questions their engagement, they'll have to play my game. In my case, the stakes are really high." Klaus bluntly showed his disdain for Lucy. Klaus was clear he has an alibi for the mushroom incident and couldn't care less about Lucy's accusations. As for Lucy's brother, Klaus stated he was on vacation that day. When he heard someone drown, he just dropped by and found out it was Lucy's brother. "I never thought my son and daughter would still be alive. 10 years have passed and Lucy and my daughter are still here." Remembering his wife and daughter on the same day made Klaus' expression darken. His wife was a ballet dancer. She was injured in a car accident and couldn't dance again, which sent him spiraling into depression. Klaus could only care for his wife and raise his kids, and after 5 years of treatment, her condition finally stabilized. But his emotions remained fragile. The slightest provoke could set him off. Klaus carefully maintained this delicate balance. However, Lucy's continued lawsuit shattered this balance, leading to his suicide. Klaus openly admitted that he had ill thoughts about Lucy, but let's be honest, Lucy wasn't exactly a saint either. Then, Klaus pulled out a letter Lucy wrote him, full of apologies and guilt, but to Klaus, they're just false pretenses. Beneath her remorseful facade, Lucy's answer remained safe. While Lucy's 10 years seemed like smooth sailing, Klaus was suffering each day. His grand house looked fabulous, but it was essentially a giant prison holding his daughter captive. "Daddy, I need to use the bathroom. It's too cramped in here. Can we go out to play? I want to be with Mommy. I love you, Daddy. Look at me dance. I'm flying high. Yes, Daddy, I love you. I love you, Daddy. I truly wish I could escape this place." After some pain, old Ray was suddenly speechless, having sympathized with Lucy as a harassment victim. She was suffering alone and dragging her family into misfortune, and she was still at home waiting to be harassed. She simply wanted to escape, but her family members kept dropping like flies one by one. After watching Klaus' video, old Ray felt a bit unbalanced. Whose pain isn't pain? One thing's certain, Lucy didn't spare anyone, and Klaus decided revenge was a dish best served cold, even 10 years later. He hadn't been involved in any cases, but used Lucy as a muse to write a dark revenge novel. He promoted it like crazy, selling 500,000 copies. Readers became filled with hatred for Lucy's family. Readers brimming with passion and personal heroism started replicating the novel's methods. As a journalist, old Ray felt compelled to expose Klaus' wicked intentions. But when he returned to the newsroom with the scoop, the editor blew a gasket. He got fired. After her mom was killed, Lucy became even more protective of her little sister. But her teenage sister was getting more and more annoyed with Lucy's overbearing control and secretly fell in love with Klaus' romance novels. Lucy once got involved in Klaus' novels, knowing how well he portrayed love. Some scenarios were even more painful than real life. Girls who read his books found themselves drowning in romance woes, and Lucy, feeling anxious, quickly popped a few pills. She went to find Ray, hoping he could tell her Klaus' whereabouts, only to discover it was his new book launch tonight. Old Ray used his press pass to take Lucy to the launch, where Klaus was impeccably dressed and chatting away, but every word he said It felt as if it was directed right at Lucy, chilling her heart instantly. It seemed Klaus had already factored in the death of her sister. Lucy was just too naive in the end. In the past, Lucy probably thought she could carry her sister's fate in her heart, but her destiny was just a hopeless tale. Subtitles. Now she sits and waits for her fate, and there is no escaping from this desperate one.